All right, ladies and gents, this is Will Zanders, and today I'm doing my outdoor portion of my workout today, 45-minute outdoor activity. I'm going for a brisk walk today, and by brisk, I mean it's cold as hell out here. It is literally freezing, but, we got to do it, and it's raining. I don't know if y'all can see the little rain droplets. It's been drizzling light mist for the whole time. I just wanted to get my mind off the last couple, I don't know how long, 15, 20 minutes of it before my alarm goes off. I want to get my mind off it, so I decided to do a little pop-up training, answer a couple of questions for the Rocktober Challenge team. So a lot of questions that we've been getting have been surrounding the business announcement text. Hear me closely, ladies and gentlemen. The business announcement text is not designed for you to sign up a bunch of people. It is designed to put people in your cell phone on notice about what it is you do. I repeat, the business announcement text is not designed for you to sign up a bunch of people. It is specifically designed to put people in your cell phone on notice about what it is you do. And if you happen to have any coffee lovers in your cell phone, they might bite. If you happen to have any network marketers in your cell phone, now they just found out that you were doing a new business. You're just putting people on notice. Any volume you get from that immediately is going to be just lanyard bonus stuff. So thank God for the bonus and keep moving. But that's not the intention. So it needs to be something as simple as, hey, Will, can you please do me a favor? Share this link with anybody you know that drinks coffee. Thanks. And drop your retail link in there for Nova Coffee. Why? Because Nova Coffee is at the right price point. That's why. Okay, you can use your retail site, or you can go to bit.ly. That's a website. bit.ly, bit.ly. You can go there and get a domain shortener or get a custom domain for free. That's what I did. If you saw my example that I put on Facebook, okay? So you got that option. The next thing that you want to cover, is going to be 2 closing sequences, okay? 2 closing sequences. And a closing sequence is just some short questions. You can write down on an index card like I did until you memorize it. You don't have to memorize it by trying to memorize it. Memorize it by doing it, okay? So the first closing sequence we cover is, of course, going to be revolving around coffee, because that's what we're talking about. This is an exposure method, and you can dive right into this closing sequence. Why? Because 80% of the world drink coffee, and 100% of the world drink coffee or know somebody who does. Like 99.9% of people do. If they tell you they don't, they're lying, and you don't want to work with liars anyway. And people are pre-sold on better health. How do I know? Because if you ask 100 people if they want to live longer or die young, if they're being honest, they're going to say live longer. If you ask 100 people if they're being honest, do you want to make more money, or make less money every month? If they're being honest, they'll say more money. So they're pre-sold on the HBN opportunity, okay? So when we lead into these questions, we're operating at a high level of intention that we can help somebody, but also knowledge that they already are keyed into what we're doing, okay? Keyed into what we're doing, and they want what it is we have. They're pre-sold. You just got to put them on notice in the right way. So here's a closing sequence that's designed to build what we call yes momentum. It's designed to build what we call yes momentum. What is yes momentum? It's based on the psychological principle that if you can get somebody to say yes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, they're a lot more likely to say yes on the 6th. If you get affirmative responses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, they're a lot more likely to give you an affirmative response on the 6th. So you want to stack up as many little agreements as possible before you, go for the close, right? And so here's the coffee closing sequence, the coffee questions, and these are in the Facebook group under the file section, I'm sure. Like they gotta be, right? We use them so much. And the only reason I know these by heart is because I've used them hundreds and hundreds of times with devastatingly good success over just different companies over the years. Okay, and these are modifications of the ones we learned originally back in the day from Shane Moran and Holton Buggs from Organo Gold. So 2 of these questions come directly from that. The other 2 we made based on some stuff we learned from Tom Big Al Schreider. And then the last one that we got was HBN specific because it's just so phenomenal. So it's a group effort over the years of putting this stuff together. So just know Top Earner's been doing this stuff for a while. Y'all just gotta stop trying to reinvent the wheel and do what works. And when it works a little bit, do more of it, and then you become good at it, okay? So the first question is, do you or somebody you know drink coffee at least occasionally? Okay, easy question. Second question, great. What's your favorite brand of coffee? Like, where do you get your coffee from? All right, third question. When they tell you what their favorite brand is, Starbucks, whatever it is. Third question, when was the last time that Starbucks cut you a check for buying, drinking, or referring to coffee? They're typically going to say never. And then the fourth question, again, closing question, is going to be, if there was a company that would pay you every time you bought, drank, or referred to coffee, would you want to learn a little bit about the company or maybe even try the coffee for free? All right, that's the coffee questions. If you need to hear them again, rewind it. I'm not saying them again. But you understand how smooth the psychology was. Write them down. Use them 2, 3, 4 times a day until you memorize it. And you can even preface that by telling somebody something like, you can tell them something like, oh, you can Facebook message them to set it up. Hey, call me when you got a second, or let me know when you're free for about 60 seconds. I got to take a survey for work. It's a survey for work approach, all right? You want to expose people to the business and the product, which is the coffee, at the same time. Use the I need to take a survey for work approach. And what do? You message them on Facebook and say, hey, do me a favor. It can be somebody from your Facebook story. Say, do me a favor. Can you let me know when you're free for about 60 seconds? I need to take a quick survey for work. And they're going to go, oh, yeah, cool. I just need to ask a couple questions. It'll take 60 seconds. They go, great. And they'll let you know. They'll let, yeah, I'm free. You can hit me up. And you hit them up. And you say, fantastic. It's just 4 questions. Thanks so much. I want you to think very carefully before you answer, all right? Great. Number 1, and then you hit them with 4 coffee questions. Let's go through another closing sequence that you can use. And this next closing sequence is going to be one that I like to use at the end of a presentation after they watch the video. And again, it's based on building momentum, all right? And this particular sequence is a combination of stuff we learned from Eric Worre, live and in person, but also a gentleman named Max Knowles. I don't know if he's still working with ACN, but he used to work with a company called ACN. So this particular sequence, there we go. A lot of walking with the whole wrong way. So this particular sequence starts out directly after the presentation, after they've seen information or watched the video with you, or you told them to watch the whatever video we're using, and you tell them, hit you up afterward and say, hey, I'm done. The first question you ask, question number 1, did it make sense? Okay, did it make sense? And you can use advanced levels of communication. So you can text it, did it make sense? You can Facebook message it, did it make sense? You can use a Facebook voice clip and say, thank you for watching. I appreciate that, taking some time. Did it make sense? Did the information make sense? Did the video make sense? So you just ask them that, did it make sense? When they say, did it make sense? Because nobody wants to sound stupid. And the videos we have are pretty good. So normally or the call or the Zoom. So whatever information they saw, once they saw the information, you ask them that first question, did it make sense? Now the second question that you're going to ask, you're not going to ask what you think. You're not going to ask that. The second question you ask is, great, what did you like best? All right, you ask them, what did you like best? And then they're going to tell you what they like best. Now the reason we ask, it's always one. It's always some person. Why don't I just ask them what they think? I want to know what they think. No, the reason they're in the health and financial situation that they are currently in is because of their current thoughts. I'll repeat that. The reason they are in the health and financial situation they are currently in is because of their thoughts. All right. So you don't want to know what they think, because what they think has got them in a life situation where they, broke, living check to check and not healthy anyway. You don't want to know what they think. What they think's been hurting them their whole life. Stop that. You're doing them a disservice by asking that. What you want to ask them is, did it make sense? And then you come back with, what did you like best? All right. Then they're going to tell you what they like best. I like the money. I like the product. I like the history of the company. I like A, I like B, whatever they tell you. When they tell you that, make a mental note. If they say, man, I like that compensation plan, that lets you know, what are they? Red, right? If they say, oh man, I really like the history of the company. Alexandria Brighton sound phenomenal. Man, the ingredients on those products sound so premium. What do you think that is, right? Probably a green. If they say, I really like the way that, it looks like the company's helping people, make money to pay off bills and get out of debt. XYZ, what is it they are? Yellow, probably. And if they say something else, it just depends. You can get some information about what personality type they are based on, who they are. Based on what their response when you ask them, what did you like best? All right. So far, the question we went through with that one was, did it make sense? You got an affirmative response. What did you like best? You got an affirmative response. Third one, super, super important question. Do you see an opportunity here? Okay. This is critical. Do you see an opportunity here? And if you really want to be black belt, ninja level, you can say, If you already know them and they told you what their reasons why were, or you were listening while you were talking in previous conversations because you know they hate their job or whatever, you can say, do you see an opportunity here to make enough money to quit your job? Or do you see an opportunity here to make enough money to pay off your car? Or do you see an opportunity here to make enough money to start that business you were telling me about? All right. That's if you want to go black belt ninja mode. You don't have to do that. You can just say, do you see an opportunity? And if you say, do you see an opportunity? And they say, no, well, we're done. That's easy. You 30 seconds and you on to the next person. You don't have to waste no more time with them. It's fantastic. No follow-up necessary. They don't see an opportunity. Next. Okay. But if they say you can get that email address though and pop them in that Mighty Giant, don't think you can't do that. Right, because they'll be open at some point. But the fourth part, there's a bunch of different ways to do that. But then the fourth question, once they say, yeah, I see an opportunity here, I want you to assume the close. Now pay very close attention. I want you to assume the close. I want you to assume the close, and I want you to basically, say, great. What's your best email address? Let's go ahead and just kind of assume the close. So the second somebody says, well, yeah, man, I see an opportunity, I say, fantastic, man, let's go ahead and get you set up. What's your best email address? Don't mention the price. Don't mention the money. Don't mention free. Don't mention 100 CV. Don't mention nothing. Just say, fantastic. What's your best email address? This works incredible in person. Incredible in person. You just start writing the information down, or you start plugging the information into the power line right there. You already know their name, so you ain't need that. Great. What's your best email address? Best phone number. Fantastic. Plug them right into the power line right there and say, great. Let's get your product set up. I recommend this. Don't ask them what they want. Make a strong recommendation. That love box fire. Make a strong recommendation. Hit them with that love box. You know what I'm saying? Just make a strong recommendation for what it is. You know it need to be 100 CV and run that. Get that done first. If they want to upgrade, you can cover that on the next one. But I personally find that the 100 CV is good enough to really get people in with, and it moves real fast. It doesn't have to. You can go ahead and go with a kit if you want. A lot of people do that. I typically get them at the 100 CV auto delivery out the gate, and I don't get no resistance from that. And then later on, as they learn more about the compensation plan, I educate them on, hey, if you upgrade, you can make 10% more money, but let's just kind of get them in there in the front door, because this whole compensation plan turns with 100 CV. If they say it's only something like, oh, it's only $100, look, then you can get somebody in their household. See, I would rather one person spend $300 split up in 3 accounts to give them instant executive status and make them some money than I would them doing the kit up front. Anyway, that's my personal opinion about how you want to spend $300 if you want to spend $300. Let's make some money with it. You'll still buy as many products as you want, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So that's how I would close it out. Assume the sale. Now, here's a very important lesson in psychology. When you go to, there's a place next door called, if you like live somewhere, buy a grocery store, okay? And let's say Target. No. What's the grocery store next door? Let's say you live next door to a Whole Foods, because Whole Foods costs a lot of money, right? For a lot of people. They used to call it whole paycheck. Back when I was a cop and we were broke, people said, go to Whole Foods, go spend my whole paycheck, because it was so expensive compared to what people normally spend. So what happened is, when you go to Whole Foods, let me tell you what happened. You go shopping, you get organic this, organic that, vegan this, vegetarian that, healthy this, healthy that, diet this, low fat that, and you get all of that stuff put in the cart, and you ride up. Now, when you ride up to the register in your cart, does the person start saying, you sure you want this? You sure you want this or no? You want this one? No. The person at the register just starts swiping. And when all that stuff is done, guess what they tell you? That'll be $250. They don't say, you sure you got enough money for that? You need to talk to your wife about that? They just assume you know how much stuff costs. They just assuming the close, okay? They just assuming the close. They just assuming the close. So when you do that in business, we just gonna assume, I don't care if you know how much it costs or not, don't even matter. If they start giving you price objection, you can always back it down to 50 CV, 25 CV, or even free. So you got all those options. But I personally like to run out the gate with 100 CV and then upgrade them within a week or two to a kit. So that's like 400 in volume, the first 300 something value in the first month. But they'll see the value in it. And as you get to know them better, you'll see if money's the issue or not, all right? And if they want more product, if it is what it is. So that's how that goes. Just assume the close, though, at the end of it and ask them, great, what's your best email address? And then just start going through the process with them. People want direction. Why do people want direction? People want direction because as long as they lived in pre-K, they were told what to do. Take a nap, drink your juice, go to playtime, go to recess, kindergarten, told what to do. Junior high, told what to do. Elementary school, told what to do. High school, told what to do. Then some people go to the military or to a job, and guess what they get there? Told what to do. Be here at 8, leave at 5, be here at 3, wear this uniform, don't do this, do that. This is your break time, here's where the bathroom is. People been told what to do their whole life. So when people been told to do their whole life, you don't need to try to snap them out of that too early. You ease into that with the personal development that comes from network marketing. So you're helping people to think for themselves. So you ease them out of that by helping them in personal development, network marketing. But at the same time, in the beginning, give them direction, tell them what to do, give them a strong recommendation about what to buy, how to buy it, and what to do, because that's what they need, and that's the language they're used to hearing since they were 2 years old. So that's what I got. Hope this made sense. Keep kicking butt in the challenge, and I'll see y'all accountability videos tonight. I'm out.